guys are live.
Hi, everyone. We are live again. This is Norishka Cruz. We are at her house here in St. Louis. We are so excited. We're going to go to Puerto Rico today.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Norishka.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much for joining me in this nice night.
Yeah. So today we want to. First of all, Norishka is very. She's not only pretty. She's a model.
Thank you.
She's a model. She's a home cook, very talented home cook, and you will see that very, very soon. But she's also working in the hospitality
Industry.
Yes, managing.
I'm managing a St. Louis branch for hospitality agency. So I work a lot with hotels, restaurants, kind of like an HR responsibility.
Yeah, and this is like in a full, this is your main.
This is my full-time job.
Full-time job.
And then I just have Hecho en Casa and other hats that I complete too.
Hecho en Casa, which means homemade.
Yep.
In Spanish.
Yes, correct.
And this is her kind of a venture that she started.
It started in November 2021 for Thanksgiving, actually. But yes, and then I came up with the name and business in December, and I just started the journey in January 2022.
And now we today are going to make like a very, seems to be delicious dish made with Norishka sofrito. That sofrito is kind of, I like this sofrito. It's not only that I tasted it and it's amazing, and we had it, you can make it with different kind of dishes. I made it myself for my family with chicken, and it's amazing, and you will see it in a minute. And it's also combined in the dish that Norishka is going to make today. So this is part of her story. So this sofrito was born, and so you came to the States from Puerto Rico when you were 18 years old.
Yes, correct.
And tell us how the sofrito was born.
It's so funny. So actually, when I moved in...
Can you show us what sofrito is?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do have this sofrito. This is our sofrito. It's all different blends of like onion, pepper, cilantro, culantro, oregano. So it's just all together. We use it for all of our dishes, soups, beans, yellow rice, arroz con gandules. So that's what we're making tonight. And it actually started because when I moved my first year of college, I was only in a dorm. My second year, I picked an entire apartment. I have a kitchen, and my mom was so kind. She used to send me sofrito almost every other month. But it was about $100 just to send the sofrito, to make sure it was safe, to make sure it was overnight. And I got to a point that I was grateful, but of course I was also worried that they were spending a lot of money on the sofrito.
It was also like kind of a little bit complicated. Like
yes,
it had to be like
it has to be, yeah, so they had to put it on the freezer and then wrap it, make sure it was safe. They had to have the delivery person had me sign, so I had to be present to get the delivery. So it was just a logistic kind of like issue. I did it for about my college years, and I think my first year after I finished college. But then after that, once I moved to St. Louis in 2018, that's when I was able to find some ingredients to make it. So my first 4 years in New York, I was just living by that, and they were spending a lot of money on it. So yeah, I decided that not anymore.
But you couldn't live without it.
Oh yeah, no, we couldn't cook, at least Puerto Ricans. If we don't have sofrito, we cannot really have our food.
So this is like your fundamental ingredients in the kitchen.
Yes.
Do you have anything else like that?
No, to be honest, this is usually what we love. I know a lot of Puerto Ricans will definitely connect if I say adobo. We love adobo as well, which is just kind of like a salty powder that we use. It's just a marca adobo.
Oh, we know it from
Yeah, so that's also that we
yeah.
do for seasoning as well. But this is just our base for all our dishes, especially for our arroz con gandules.
Leslie made the
Yes,
right?
yes, correct. Yeah, so that's the one that we also cannot live without.
Great, that's great.
Yeah.
So tell us the story. So you came to the States, why? In the age of 18.
Yes, I also wrote a chapter that tells a little bit more about my story. But I started college back in Puerto Rico my first year. I was a little lost. I didn't know what to want to do. I didn't know what I wanted to pursue as a career. And then I just decided to go with chemistry. Unfortunately, it went down. I kind of failed. So I had to start over. And of course, I was ashamed. My parents were very disappointed. I felt like it was just failing. So I had this idea of I wanted to be in culinary arts and hospitality management, those type of industry. Back in 2014, it wasn't something very popular in Puerto Rico. So I knew pursuing that in the United States would be great. And also, I had a volleyball scholarship as well. So it was just perfect. I just had a volleyball scholarship. I was starting something new that I really was passionate about it. And that's how I ended up in New York, finishing hospitality management with culinary arts minor.
Yes. So you came to New York by yourself.
Yes.
And then what happened?
Then after my second year, after I finished college, my second year, I met my daughter's dad, and we were there. Of course, whoever knows, New York is very expensive, so it's something that it wasn't really good for us. So we decided in 2018 to move to St. Louis. He had family here. He kind of knew he already lived here before, so he knew a little bit more of the system. I fell in love with St. Louis specifically because it was kind of like a nice city. When he told me, I was like, where are we going? St. Louis, Missouri. But also it was affordable and it was just great. I think the community that is here, the Latino community, is awesome. So has been very helpful. And once I started here with a family, of course, I needed to figure out my own way to make this without having my mom sending me sofrito. So started through the chamber and the community. I got to learn more about J International, Global Food Market.
Okay, we'll talk about everything, all the resources and
Yes.
stuff. She's talking about the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Yes. You started working there. Yeah, but let's talk about it a little bit further. Let's talk about, you told me that in New York, it was hard to source the peppers for
Yes.
the sofritos.
I will say it was just hard to find anything. When I was in New York, it was just me and my partner, so it was hard to find like any Latino market that has like fresh onions, fresh peppers, cilantro. So of course I was always going with like Walmart or like regular groceries. One thing that has been very hard, it's our ajís, which is like the sweet pepper. That's something that my mom also used to send me from Puerto Rico. Because it was really hard to find
Pimiento. Dulce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means sweet peppers,
Yeah.
right?
Right, and those are a little smaller, different from the green pepper that we use.
Yeah, so we didn't find that.
They're
And
really hard.
do you find it in St. Louis here?
Nope.
No?
No.
And still your sofritos, do you think it tastes the same after
Yes,
all?
I've talked to a lot of Puerto Ricans, and we still make it a little bit different. A lot of people will not use the sweet pepper. My mom, she's from Utuado, and they really like it, so she will always put a few ones. So I've been learning how to make it with them without.
Why do you think that you cannot grow it here, like in St. Louis?
I've heard it takes a long to just grow them, and it's just the temperature. It has to be a perfect temperature, and with the weather, cold, heat, humid, it's not great. Also with like, it has to be outside, so it has to be a very good setting for animals not to like go into it. So I haven't really tried it, but I know other people have tried it and it's been a little hard.
Okay. Let's start. I want to start to see what. Let's see your ingredients.
Absolutely.
Here.
So usually for
So-
my arroz con gandules, I start with the pork belly, o tocino, we call it in Spanish. I just do, this one is the one that I find here in St. Louis. So sometimes I would just put it with a little bit of oil and just start fry them. Once they're fried, then you can just combine the rest of the ingredients and it's kind of ready to go. So I will start with the tocino and just a little bit of oil.
Okay.
And it already kind of preheat the stove a little bit so that way it would start, so you will hear the little noise from the belly, pork belly, and yes. Now we'll just go ahead and do.
So where do you source this ingredient?
This one I can find it. So far I've been finding them in Walmart.
Walmart.
Yes.
Okay.
This one, yeah, it's pretty. It's just like a bacon. I will just go ahead and do a little bit of oil as well.
What kind of oil?
This can be like vegetable oil, or if you prefer avocado, whatever each person prefers. I just prefer vegetable oil. This also just helps for not to stick, and we also need a little bit of oil for the rice, so it's just perfect for it. And then we just let it cook for a few minutes. And then just cover.
Few minutes here.
Yes, and I'm just gonna keep this here just in case we need more oil for the rice.
So, how popular is this dish in Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. So basically, any festivities, any birthdays, any holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, that's the rice that we go with. Arroz con gandules, it has to be. We also make pasteles de arroz, so it's kind of like we made the rice different ways, but it has to be everywhere. Any birthday, wedding.
So for like special occasions.
Yes.
It's not for everyday.
Yes, usually we will go more for rice, yellow rice with like corn or beans for like regular, more daily. Arroz con gandules is more for like big parties. Like when there's arroz con gandules, there's a party.
Like today.
Yes, correct. Yes.
That's fun. That's fun. So, okay, so you got to St. Louis. And then what did you do here in St. Louis?
I started, right when I just got here, I started at the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce as an event coordinator. And I was there for 3 years. So I used to plan the galas, golf tournament, business after hours, all those type of events.
Yeah, and can you tell us about a little bit resources or things that connections maybe that other home cooks can know about from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce? I think it's a good
Absolutely.
resource.
I think just to know the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, just to go to their events, networking, visit their website, it's just a big deal for me. I just think those are how my connections started, just by attending. Of course, part of me was part of the organization, but after that, these past years, I've been just going, and that's why I've been able to connect with other organizations, small businesses, resources. Yeah, it feels like family. You go to an event and you end up with like people connecting through Instagram, Facebook, giving you business cards. So that would be my first step with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
And then what did you do after that?
Yeah, after 3 years, I moved to Cortex, and I was also an program coordinator. It was more of like district-wise about the district in Cortex. So I did like puppy play and different like movie nights and kind of like a more fun, family-oriented events. But I also got the privilege to work with some other coworkers that were also very involved with small businesses. So even though I wasn't working alongside with them, I was just there to support them.
And then we met, right?
That's how we met. Yes,
we met at Square One.
Yes,
Square One, like the program. This is really, I think we mentioned it in
couple.
Like every, not every, but almost every live show here because it's a really, really good resource for home cooks or every other entrepreneur
Yes.
that would like to start or grow his business, his fair. Yeah.
Let me
So
just
what
go
about
and
that?
yeah, let me just go and check really quick, make sure they're moving. So they start to like cook and take some color. And there's also like there's some oil from the pork belly as well. So we just wait a few more minutes and then we're good.
How many minutes?
Well, if you know Puerto Ricans, like me and Leslie, we never have an amount or a count, but just a few ones usually. I try to just keep it low right now. Usually, if I'm really rushed, I will just do it very quick. Like it will be on high, trying to just make it cook faster. Because yes, I do have a 3-year-old, so sometimes she's hungry, and we just had to make it happen.
Okay, yeah. So I want to let you know if you have any questions, any comments, if you want to talk to us, just talk to us. Ask your question, comment, and we'll let you know what.
Yeah.
I mean, this is our expert here, and Chris will let us know. And we are looking a little bit on the side here because we have another camera. So that's why we're like alternating cameras here. So I know, and where can we find you? I mean, if we want to purchase from you or, where can we find you?
So at this moment, it will be only on Instagram. Echo _N_ Casa PR. That's how I show on Instagram. Right now, I'm trying to do it everything by delivery. So if you can just place your order, I will have it ready by Saturday or Sunday, and I will just go and deliver it to your door.
And what about, I know you go sometimes to festivals or markets.
Yes.
Festivals
Yeah.
also?
Yeah. So I've been participating to some markets and Union Station or different markets in St. Louis and Illinois. And usually I just post in advance on my Instagram as well, let people know where I'm going to be and what are the hours. So that way you guys can either order or just go and stop by and say hi.
So you post on Instagram as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Like solar market
Yeah.
and all of that. Okay. That's great. And so what I know people are confusing sometimes with sofrito and salsa.
Yes. So it's green. It gives you like the same kind of texture or kind of like look like a salsa, but it's actually I just call it condiment seasoning because you had to the word sofrito is from sofreír, so you have to kind of like warm it up, like freírlo, like fry it, in order to like take all the condiments and all the flavors out and just put it into the dish. Let me just really quick go and check my tocinos because I don't want them to burn.
Okay.
And they're just perfect. So there's still a little bit, some of them needs to cook a little bit more. But I think we're just kind of ready to throw some other ingredients.
How should it look? Okay.
Yeah,
How
so
do
it's
you
like a
know
little
that?
brown, kind of like golden brown like this one. So you see like this one is meat, but usually that's how they're gonna look. So they kind of like look crunchy, and if I take one out and it's very salty, crunchy, of course once the rice is done, it's gonna go back to be soft. But it's just more of the flavor, the salty, and then just add extra. People that do not eat meat, they can just not use the tocino, the pork belly if they don't want to. I just like to just give it more flavor and color.
So we put it like in a low.
Yes,
on a low,
so it
heat,
kind of because now we're gonna add some other ingredients and it may splash a little bit of the oil, so that way it's not too hot.
Yeah.
But we can just start. So I do have some ham. This is smoked ham. This one specifically, I find it in Global Food Market. So
okay. So
yeah.
what's the kind? Is it like a specific kind that you don't find on the website?
It's just smoked, so it's also like kind of salty. This one's a little bit sweet, and it just gives like flavor, but also like something else to the rice, so it's not very simple. So I just like to
Okay.
And then we're just gonna throw it. You may do a little. And we're just gonna move it. And then the same, you're just gonna kind of fry it with the oil a little bit. And then after that, I'm gonna start bringing.
What's that?
These are olives. This also just this is a brand that I use a lot, but it's just for color, and also it's kind of like bitter, kind of sour, salty. So it's a little bit of all together. So it just gives color to the
But I
rice.
see peppers also.
Yes, yeah, because I will say we definitely like yeah, we like color on our dishes. So instead of being like just the rice and the beans or the just to make it less kind of simple. So I'm just gonna throw at least 2 little spoons, and that's perfect. And then I'm just gonna be moving it. And we can start with our sofrito. And I'm just gonna grab another spoon really quick.
So how long can it last, the sofrito?
It just depends. I like to put a lot, especially in my rice. In my beans, I just don't do a lot because it's just like a little like water, sofrito, beans, and other ingredients. But I cook every day, so mine will probably last like this amount. This one will probably 2 weeks and a half, depending. I just cook almost every day.
Oh no, I meant like the expiration date.
Oh, if it's in the fridge, it will be about 6 months.
Oh,
If it's in the
wow.
freezer, it will be about a year. But it has to be freezed for an entire year. Like once you take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually I also suggest people to do little cubes. So that way it will be just frozen, and then you just can take the amount that you prefer, and it's good to go.
Oh, I
So
like
as you can
this
see, it starts smelling. The entire house would smell like sofrito, like you can feel that. And then here, I just have the sazon with the achiote. This will give it the color. I also use a little nor kind of like seasoning.
What is
It's
it?
salt. It's like a chicken stew kind of flavor.
Yeah.
Just to give it some flavor.
Chicken broth. With,
Yes.
Yeah.
And then just the season. I also do it in different forms. Sometimes we just do like the oil with color or this sazon. And I just have the gandules. And they're just
So where do you get this from? It's like a can.
Yes, so this one specific is a Goya brand, and then I would just go high really quick so everything start cooking. But it could be any brand. Here as a Puerto Rican, we love Goya a lot, but it could be any brand that people prefer.
So you can source this everywhere, basically.
So for my Goya products, I would say Global Food, J International, El Morelia restaurant. I've noticed some Walmarts back in like county, like Wentzville or Fallon will have them. The ones closer here to the downtown, I haven't seen them. They may have some beans with that brand, but they don't have most of the ingredients.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna change it to high, let it like boil, drop some water, and then the rice, and it's just kind of ready to go.
Really?
Yes. So I'm just gonna cover it for now. And just wait.
Let's talk.
Yes.
Eight.
So I have a question.
Yeah, we got a question.
So Tyler asks, I know you were talking about storing it before, but he asks specifically, what's the best way to store it for maximum freshness?
So the way that I keep mine, just because I use it daily, I would just put it on the fridge and the refrigerator. Like that's how I keep it. I just use a bigger than this, just because it's my house and this is not enough for me. And it would just last until it's over. But if I need to, like, say for someone or in the future, I would just put it on the freezer and keep it there until I'm ready to use it. That's the way that I do it.
So probably it won't last because it's tasty.
And I always say, when people ask me, I'm like, usually I make it fresh. If it's frozen, it's because I made it and I just put it right away in the freezer. But it's not more than a week. So when you even open it, it smells. When you start cooking, everything smell. I always tell people, cover your clothes, cover your hair, because everything's gonna smell because of all the great condiments that it has. So yeah.
So do you have anything to cover your hair, by the way?
No. That's why I was like, let me just put a ponytail.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So another thing that I wanted to ask you, any challenges?
Yes.
Any challenges since you started your venture?
Yes. I would say I know there's a lot of resources here, but it's just hard to navigate the small business world. It's just hard to kind of understand your target and pricing, and just make sure, like, your pricing, of course, like, for a lot of people will say, oh, this is so expensive, or it's not expensive, but it comes with a lot of, like, behind, like, the how I put it in the jar, how I pick all the ingredients, how I wash them, how I to put all together. And also, I would say this is gonna be like, I know I had a lot of support, but at the same time, it's just been like, when I started the business, it was really big, but then right now it's just still kind of slow. So it's just, how can I just connect with people to feel that support again in all the ways. So I think that's kind of like the challenge after 2 years since it started.
Yeah. So I know that you also had challenges with the delivery, because the jars are, you wanted it to be with glass.
Yes.
Because it's important for, I think, also for the taste.
Yes.
And
It
to
will
keep
it fresh. I feel like the jar is part of my brand and what I want. I do have a lot of people in the past that wanted to support me from different states, from Puerto Rico, but it wasn't really making sense to send the jar in a box, make sure it was delivered on time, make sure it was affordable. So it didn't make sense. So unfortunately, that was a challenge.
Yeah, this is a challenge.
Yeah.
And pricing, yeah, of course, to make everybody happy, but also it's time consuming. What's the process of sofrito? You told me, like, it's really time consuming. Can you tell us what's the process?
I was just telling her a story that we used to, when I told her to stop sending me sofrito, we tried a few ones from local, from Chicago. And once I was picking, of course, the consistency is very different, because I don't use water. It's all, all the vegetables. And I was finding some pepper seeds on the sofrito, which is not bad. No one is going to die if you eat one. But for me, I will just pick and I will clean the peppers. I will clean the garlic. I will remove anything that is not part of the garlic, which usually when you are making sofrito in a big amount, it's a lot of time. So people will just maybe try to wash it. I will wash leaf by leaf. I will do all that, just because I'm like, it's not just I'm selling it to you, I'm also consuming it. So I just want to make sure I'm consuming the best, and I just don't want any of that in my sofrito. So that's why I actually do
this
it.
is probably the best sofritos
Yes.
you can find.
Clean,
here.
no seed, no nothing in it.
Yeah, we need to support Norishka, that's for sure.
Yes.
You're also like a single mom, right?
Yes, correct.
This is also like important to say, because she's not only a small business. It's not only the best sofritos here.
Yeah.
She's also need this support.
Correct.
People buy from her.
Yes, that's
Try
correct.
that. The smell is amazing already. I can tell you.
Yes.
And I don't care that my hair is.
Oh
going
yeah,
to-
no, it's okay. Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. Let me just go and check on it because it's already boiling.
Ooh, wow.
I would just go and grab a bottle of water so I can put just some, so we can make enough rice.
So you use usually like mineral water, or you just
Yeah, try just to use. I mean, I feel like for this is everyone's what everyone has on hand, but yeah, but I just prefer
how
this
much water did you put here?
Just by eye, to be honest. I'm just like thinking about.
I don't like this answer at all.
Yeah, everything just by eye. But yeah, I would say like this because we already had some water from the peas and all that, so it will be just.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna let it boil for a little.
Okay. And then you add the rice.
Yes. And the rice will also be by eye.
No way. Really?
Yes, because something that we do, it's we just measure like the water. It's a little over the rice, so we just want to make sure it doesn't go over, because if not, it's gonna be dry and it's not gonna cook properly.
So you're not measuring that, but you know until you know what level.
Yes.
To put.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
this
also
is
as a
awesome.
Puerto Rican, we do have our own olla, and that's the one that we use until we're very, very old. So we already, if you see it, you can see the mark from already where we cook. So we just keep it like that.
Nice.
Yes.
I like it.
We have a big one. If we have like a big party, I have a huge one that will take my entire stove, and that's the one I use for like big parties. And I'm always afraid because I don't have the measurements, so I'm like, oh, please just be nice, be nice with me. But this one is mine, so it's the everyday one, so I kind of know already for me and my daughter how much.
And where did you get this pot?
I think I don't remember. I think that was from Walmart.
Oh, really?
But yeah, yeah.
I like it. Yeah, it's like really
Or caldero.
looks like authentic.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
that's our caldero. That's what we use to make rice. We don't do any rice, the machine or anything. It has to be there.
Oh, of course, not machine, not machine.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What's your favorite dish?
I like soup. I'm a very like.
You also make soup
Yes.
from sofritos.
Yes. Yeah, usually if it's a chicken soup, I will marinate the chicken with the sofrito first, a few minutes, or maybe if I can, an hour before, so that way it can just take flavor. And then basically when I start fry the chicken first, like try to cook the chicken first, then I add like the water, potato, carrots, whatever I want to add extra to the soup, and then I usually like kind of like pasta soup. Some people do rice, but for me, I just prefer like the pasta.
Nice.
Yes, that's my favorite.
So-
It can be 100 degree. It can be like yesterday, 20 something, and yes, that's what I made
So
yesterday.
really, like soup, always you do with
Yes.
sofrito.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's just vegetables, but sometimes
Yeah,
you
even
like-
if I'm like feeling very sick and I just feel like something warm, I'm just gonna do water, sofrito, a little bit of the chicken, like the little cubito. And if I don't want to put meat, I just put
cubito?
the little chicken, like the salty cube that you saw me throw into it.
Oh, okay.
We call it cubito because it's like a little cube. And that's kind of like I do. It's just like the little like just to drink the kind of like have the soup and that's it. Just like make me feel
Okay,
warm.
with how you look, I can. Yeah. I can
But
relate.
we eat a lot of rice. It's just like I prefer soup for sure.
And for dessert, flan.
I will do my flan for sure anytime.
And this is also you sell that, right?
Yes, I can make some.
What else do you sell?
I can do coquito, which I haven't done so far this week just because, you know, a lot of things happening, but I can make coquito with or without alcohol. And also,
Oh, wait, what is it?
coquito is our traditional drink, our holiday drink. So it will be different coconut milk with condensed milk, and then you can add cinnamon, and you can add rum, alcohol if you want, or you can just keep it simple. I prefer simple, and it's just very sweet and very.
I wish I knew it before.
I know, and now I'm like I should have made some.
Yes.
Do you want to just go and check
Yes.
on the rice? Perfect.
Yes, let's
And I'm
check
just gonna
this.
go with my rice. And as you see, it's
I
boiling.
want to see how much you put here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna throw. And some Puerto Rican will be like they prefer to wash the rice. Some of us do not. That's also
What kind of rice is it?
This is also Goya brand, and it's just the medium kind of grain. So it's not like the large grain. It's not it's just the medium one.
So just Goya, not like a specific
No, so far this is the only one that I can find here. So it's just like a little Goya, kind of like the same blue brand for the rice.
And what? I mean, is it imported? The Goya. The Goya, is it like a Puerto Rican?
Yes, the Goya, it's a Puerto Rican brand.
Oh, okay.
And for me personally, I prefer to just go with it in most.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then right now we're just gonna keep it on high until the water
Oh,
it's
okay.
all
Like really high.
We can see the rice, and then after that we go down, we mix it, and then we just wait.
oh really? So you don't cook the rice with a cover?
Yes. So usually I just wait until the water it's all it's just all rice, it's all dry, and then I will mix it, cover it, and then it's good to go.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like not the way that I make rice. Really? Yeah, I make rice with a lid and
So once you throw the
very
rice-
low temperature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually you see like it start drying. You can see kind of the rice. So I just wait a little bit more, and then yeah.
Yeah. What? I'm not showing.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this noise.
Yeah. And the smell is really good.
How old is your daughter?
3 years. So now I'm just gonna go.
Is she eating your kind of food? This kind of food?
Oh yeah, yes, she loves it. Her favorite it will be definitely rice and then spaghetti, because the meat it's made with sofrito, and it's
Oh,
just
wow.
sofrito, salt, and it's good to go. And then I just do the pasta and the salsa, so she loves spaghetti for sure. And then we like to do this little mountain here, la montañita that we call it. This is something from my mom. I'm not sure why. Not everyone does it, but I really like to do it. And then once it's just like this, then we cover.
Oh, so
then
you
we-
cover it for how long?
For about 15-20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
And then
you
you just go to temperature. I usually do 3.
Oh, okay. So,
low,
we do
and
it
it
like
could-
the same. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Just
Yeah. I usually just wait until it's very, very dry and it's just ready to be in a little mountain. Yeah. So we're just like waiting.
So that's
for
it. Now 15 minutes.
Yes.
We need to talk 15 minutes.
Yes. Let's figure out. There's no
Do
question.
we have any questions?
I do have a question.
Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah.
So, do you use the, I'm going to butcher it, but sofrito, any unique or unexpected ways that people might be interested in?
So I heard, and this is my cousin, so I guess it's a thing. He will use it for scrambled eggs. He will make scrambled eggs. So yeah, we do sometimes scrambled eggs with like onions, pepper, like cut them. So instead of, I guess he doesn't cut them. He just puts sofrito because it has all the same ingredients, and he just do scrambled eggs. I personally don't, never tried it before. Maybe I should. But he was one of my.
Oh, you never tried it?
No, yeah, and he was when he moved. I think he was like in Texas. He was the one that was very like the brave one that actually made an order for me to send via delivery, because he needed a sofrito, and when I asked him why, he just needed it for scrambled eggs. So that's something I've never tried, but I heard, and he's Puerto Rican, so I guess we do it. I just haven't done it.
So you can do soup. No, I mean soup, chicken. Oh, just beans.
Beans,
you mean?
yeah.
Eggs. What else?
Even like we do pork chops, we call it chuletas. We sometimes just do, we can just, usually the basic for Puerto Rican will be fried, but we also have another way that we just do some vinegar, sofrito, and we just kind of like boil them a little bit with like just the water and a little bit of vinegar, and it's just more like steam as well. We do that. We also have something called fricassé de pollo, which is like a chicken, kind of like just meat and potatoes, and we just eat it aside with white rice, and it's just also with some.
Do you sometimes just with rice, and this is like kind of sauce, or no?
No, to be honest,
Okay.
no. I mean, when I make sofrito, I will not lie. Sometimes I just pick and taste a big spoon because it's really, really good. But I haven't. I know some people will just put it on the pizza just like salsa, and I'm like,
Really?
yeah, and I'm like, that's you. Yeah, because it just have, I mean, if you look, it's just like having, if you do onions and peppers and garlic and fry them, it's kind of the same, but it's just blended, so it makes sense. But yeah, I prefer just to like give.
Maybe you should have like kind of demonstration classes for all the kinds of dishes that you can do with sofritos.
Yeah.
Your sofritos.
Yeah,
of course.
absolutely. I also make camarones shrimp, and I do the same. I just do
Wow,
the
that
shrimp,
sounds good.
and then the seasoning will be the sofrito with some
Ooh,
salt.
that
And then
sounds
even if I want to add some extra onions and peppers, like chunks, I will just do it, but it will be seasoned.
Is it on the stove?
Yeah.
Shrimps on the stove.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And what's the side of it? Like, do you do like rice again?
We
or-
do, well, usually with shrimp, I will do green plantains, tostones, mofongo. I like it better,
what
but
it
people, it will be just the green plantains, and we do either fry them or we smash them. But some people eat it with rice. Yes, I'm more of like seafood with like potatoes and.
Is there any like places here in St. Louis like that they also serve like authentic food like with sofritos and stuff like that you found?
Not that I heard. There's no restaurant or specific place. I know there's some businesses like de Mi Madre Aprendí, Leslie. She does have her business, and she cook as a Puerto Rican, so
And
I can.
she's great as well.
And I can relate to her. But besides that, yeah, it's more of like at home. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
maybe we can just open a business together.
absolutely.
Restaurant. Yes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. So Leslie was in our live show a couple of months ago, I guess, right, Chris? And she's also from Puerto Rico. And her business is called De Mi Madre Aprendí, but I know she changed her name
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah. I know it's Mama. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm.
It's
yeah.
really cool. It's really cool. She has
yeah.
a new website and logo, and everything looks so perfect. And you should check her out as well. But I don't know if she makes fritos.
She probably will make her own because, of course, if she knows about the kitchen, she knows how to make it.
I'm sure she knows.
That's the thing. I feel like a lot of Puerto Ricans know how to make it. It's just the process. It's a little too much, and they just prefer for someone to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why not? So.
Yeah, I want to buy from you. I hope you have in stock.
Yes, I
today.
do. Yeah. Yes, I do.
Yes, and I'm gonna ask you like a very broad question,
go ahead.
but are you ready? What's your dream for the future?
When I started Hecho en Casa, my vision was to walk through Walmart, to any Target, and see my sofrito in a
On the
little
shelf.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's still my dream. That's still my vision. Of course, when I started, I was so passionate that I forgot that there's a process and there's, a lot. But it's still there. And I know, I always tell people when they ask me like, oh, do you model? I do everything, not 100%, but when it comes to my sofrito, this is my best. arm, and I know it's the best one, and I have no doubt that it will be successful. It's just, it took me by surprise that it's a long process.
It's a long process and challenging.
Yeah.
You know, this is not easy, and that's why we're here to help you.
Yes. And I definitely appreciate the support and just putting me there out so people can know more about Hecho en Casa and my sofrito.
Absolutely. And the recipe, all the recipe, not the sofrito, but of the
Arroz con gandules.
whatever she said. This looks amazing dish is going to be in our. You're going to post
Yes.
it after this live in the Baita app. Of course, you can download it. Is it on the screen right now, Chris? Yes, now. The QR code, you can scan it, and you can have this benefit and have this recipe, so you don't need to remember everything that we've done it today. How long do we have? More?
I would say like more.
I'm kind of hungry.
I know, and the smell is really good. I would just go ahead and move it one time, and then just about 10 minutes it will be ready.
So your mom, do you have like family still in Puerto Rico?
Yes, my entire family, my mom, my dad, my nephews. I do have 2 brothers. One of them, it's here with me, living with me right now, but the other one is still in Puerto Rico, so yeah.
So how often do you go there?
I actually visited last week.
Really?
But, yeah.
Oh, right.
But
Yes.
before that, my last time was there for New Year's Eve in 2022. So
Wow.
yeah, try to do it every year, but yes.
Sometimes it's,
Yeah, it takes, like.
How long is the flight?
There's always a stop in the middle, so it could be 7 hours, 8 hours total. So it's about 3 hours, 2 hours to a stop, Orlando or Atlanta, and then from
then
there
another
3-4 hours.
Do you come back with products from there?
I actually no, they don't allow any. We can't really travel with anything. I used to bring pasteles and different other food already prepared, like frozen, but unfortunately I can't.
So you used to be. I mean, it was allowed like years
Yes.
ago, right?
Yeah, years
but
ago.
now it's not.
No. Yeah. So now I just
Unfortunately.
yeah, and
But not, maybe because of that, you started your venture.
yes,
You know.
and that's why I'm like I want to learn how to make pasteles so I can make in the future because I can bring.
So
any.
thanks to that, we have you now, and
Yes.
we're thankful for that.
Yes.
Thanksgiving. Thankful.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you, and I think all of us should be and support you.
Thank you. No, I really appreciate the space. And yeah, I know people still need to learn a little bit more how to make sofrito and how to use it and how to navigate this dish. But I know, I know this video is going to be very helpful. And I'm always trying to post videos and stuff about me cooking so people can learn how to make the beans and how to make chicken and other stuff.
So did we talk about it?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about it a little bit. This is
That's
pepper,
a pepper, Cubanelle pepper. I think people are also very confused about this pepper versus bell pepper. This is the pepper that we use for the sofrito. Yes, I do see a lot of Puerto Ricans and other people using the bell pepper, and there's no problem. Again, everyone can make it their own way, but this is my way. This is the Puerto Rican way. It was also very hard to find in New York. Here in St. Louis, I'm grateful I am able to find it. But this is the one that I really like, and usually I use it for.
So they're sweet peppers. They're not
Yes.
hot peppers.
Yeah, they're not spicy at all, and you can tell by they're longer. They're like light green, not dark green, so they look a
You see,
little different.
you can find the difference.
Not really.
And not and you source them in global
This
market,
global food.
global
Sure.
food market,
Yes.
and where else?
I haven't seen them too much on J International. I can find cilantro and garlic in J International or all the Goya products, and then global food will be for
For this.
Yes.
So it's a lot of also like a journey. You need to go to different
Yes.
kind of places to
Yes.
source ingredients here.
Yes, I usually go global food. If I don't find anything, then I go J International, which
And
is back.
you want to get everything fresh also.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. And
I
if they
know.
don't look good or they look like too old, I'm like, no, I have to. Sometimes the challenge is also that if I have some orders for this weekend and I don't have fresh, it just becomes to like make sure I have the ingredients. So yeah.
Yeah. But today we're gonna have everything fresh.
Yes.
Fresh.
Yes, correct.
Is it ready?
Let's see. Let's see.
I want it to be ready already. I'm like the kids. Is it ready yet? Is it ready yet?
It's still a little bit, but it looks great. It has everything on the color, so it's good.
That's fun.
Is there any questions?
So yeah. So what else would you like to ask us? Any other question? Maybe here. Forgot that we have also the Instagram.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't see anything.
Leslie, the name of Leslie's, her name change was, I'm gonna butcher this, but Mama Pacha Sabor.
Mama Pasha Sabor. Okay.
Yes. Mama Pasha.
I know
What
it's
does
Mama.
it mean?
I actually not sure.
Mama is for sure mom. That's her
Pasha.
mom.
The Pasha, I'm not sure. Sabor is like flavor.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm curious. I noticed it. She changed it. So yeah.
Okay, Leslie, if you're there, let us
Please.
know. What is
Let
this? What does it mean?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I wanna smell this.
Yes, it smells so good. You guys
Oh,
can
I
taste?
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. When did you do it? Like this?
This one has been probably less like a week, just because Thanksgiving was approaching and I needed
It smells like you did it
fresh.
today.
Yeah, it's still fresh. Try to like use it, sell it, or yeah, because I don't want anything to go to waste. Yeah.
So, what else can you tell us about your story? I know that you wanted to study the culinary art. That's why you came here.
Yes.
But at the end, it was a little bit struggle.
Yeah, I wanted to do culinary arts. However, I had a volleyball scholarship as well, and games were usually Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, which was not working labs. And culinary art labs are like 4 or 5 hours. You cutting and cooking. So of course they're like, well, sports first. Don't worry about labs. But at the end of the day, I was not learning. So I decided to kind of change it a little bit to hospitality management, but still have like culinary arts minor. So I took some short labs. So I learned how to cook onions, how to make risotto, but I was not able to like go completely full into the industry. But it was just fun. I had to buy the knives pack and all that, so it was just fun experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you still have this. I mean, you got it.
Yes, and I was passionate. I actually started to cook when I was 12, just because my mom and my dad, they both kind of work full time. So me and my brother will like arrive home by 4, and I wanted to help her. And my first few plates were really bad, but I was passionate about it, and I really like to cook, and I really like to try new things. So it's just part of me.
What's the first dish you learned?
I actually make white rice, but I made it in a casserole instead of like the olla, the little like, and it tasted like burnt oatmeal. And then I just opened like a can of like sausages. I didn't even warm it up or cook them. I just like separated them and throw them in their plates with the rice, and I was like, food is ready. And they, of course, they were like, what, 14, 15. They didn't want to say no, so they ate it. And years later, like a few years ago, they were like, that plate was disgusting, but we didn't want to make you feel bad, so they kind of ate it. Then after that, I tried to do some wings with my dad, and they were very salty. But still, my family ate them because, of course, I was learning. My dad also wasn't really good at the kitchen. He's still not good at the kitchen. So it was something that they appreciated that I was trying. And then after that, my mom was like, okay, you want to really learn, so let's practice. So.
But actually, even when you were 18 and you got to New York, you weren't really that good because...
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
You
was just learning.
on the go. Yeah.
Once I got tired of the mac and cheese, I was like, I really need to step up and cook something. And even though I saw my mom and my grandma make sofrito, I was very hesitant to start. So for a lot of years, I knew how to make it, but I was afraid until I was like, I can't really keep making them spend so much money on the sofrito when I can find some of the ingredients, most of them here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you have your labels here. That's what I wanted to mention.
Yeah, usually have my label, which
Yeah.
is like a little circle, and I will like.
But you ran out of it.
Yes.
So sorry about that. But it's so pretty. Usually, it's
Thank
like
you.
have this label and this.
Yes, I have like a
ribbon.
ribbon, and I have it in a little like a paper bag. Yeah, I try to just really do like the
Everything
entire.
is so aesthetic.
Yes, that's correct. But yeah, and then I don't know if I mentioned early, but it actually came with the idea because of my brother kind of pushed me because I think a lot of people would relate. We are the type of people that we cook like mom, and mom cook like grandma and all that, and that's how I've been learning. I feel like my mom has passed me a lot of recipes from grandma and my dad grandma as well, and I kept like taking everything like the way that the beans are made. Like we need to do potatoes and different stuff that other people do not do on their beans. So it's just like for me, just like carrying that, passing that from my grandma, mom, me, and now my daughter. So hopefully I will teach her how to make sofrito, but it's a secret recipe technically.
Secret sauce.
Yes,
Literally.
Yeah.
Not
So
sauce
that's
exactly,
the goal. And she loves to cook, and she had to leave, but she wanted to stay. She was like, "Can I just help?" And I'm like, "Not today," because she also loves the kitchen. She loves to cook. Rice is her favorite, or pasta. So
Yeah, teacher.
yeah,
Why not?
I know.
Why don't you want her to learn already?
Yeah, no, I would love to. I want her to just not because I want her to cook younger, but I just want her to also, if she once they decide to do the same thing that I did, which I left at 18, she knows how to survive, and she knows how to make sofrito, and she will
Absolutely.
not depend on me because, of course, what if I'm not
Of
there?
course, because you cannot live without it.
Yes.
You need to survive.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can relate. Thank you. You are a real asset to our community.
Thank you.
And yeah, and I can't wait to taste.
Yes. Let me take a look really quick. I
Yes.
just want to make sure it's completely
Is
cooked.
it like a little bit
Yes.
well done?
Because
Need to be?
yeah, I mean it's technically done. You see, like it's already kind of like loosening up a little bit. So still have a little bit to go, but
It is.
almost there.
How long?
I would say like maybe 5 minutes. It's kind of like done. But if you want to try it, you can try. Let me. What if I take this?
Oh, whatever you say.
Yes, why not? We can just try it, and then I can.
I think it's on.
Yeah, it's kind of, my daughter will, when she's really hungry, she will be like, I'm hungry, and I will serve it like that. She will eat it. And then I'm like, I'm just going to leave it to rest a few. But yeah, technically it is. But I just want to plate it nice. But I just want you to try it too. Why not? And you, I didn't ask, but you can eat meat, right?
Can you show it
Yes.
to the camera?
Yes.
And that one?
That camera?
The side camera.
This one.
the back.
Mm.
A little bit up.
Up.
Perfect.
And I can just serve more.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And then, yeah. So you can try.
So you're not trying?
I'm the type of person. You didn't notice that I didn't try anything. That's how I cook. That's why I'm like everything by
That's
eye.
why you look like a model. And you are
I
a
actually
model.
like to eat, but I'm more of like, let's start it and see how it goes. And then at the end, I'm like praying that everything tastes good. And so far, it has worked. But yeah,
I don't mind.
I don't know if it's all like moms or grandmas or what, but we don't like to taste the food. We just kind of like cook. We're kind of used to. We just cook it and see how it goes.
It looks very similar to the dish that Leslie had done, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
What's the difference?
I actually don't know. I know, again, I like to do the pork belly, the ham, the olives. A lot of Puerto Ricans don't like the olives. And then all those have like a lot of salt. So that's what I use. I didn't really use the salt.
It's very good. Yeah. It's very good, but I understand why you said it needs a little bit more.
Because it's still
a little bit hard, you know, the rice. But it's so tasty.
Yeah, so it's just taking a little longer. But yeah. And you can see it's loosening up a little bit, but still missing a few minutes.
I don't
But
care.
my
I
daughter-
like your daughter. Yeah.
My daughter will eat it. She doesn't care. Yeah.
But it's really good. We'll wait a little bit more. And until you say it's ready.
Yeah.
But for the audience, you know, how can they make sure it's ready, you know?
Yeah, I usually just wait until, again, 15, 20 minutes. And usually when you're moving it, it will be very loose. Like you will be able to move it and it will kind of
Not
like...
sticky,
Yeah.
you mean?
This
Like,
one's still a little sticky to the when it's inside. So that's how I kind of know it's still have a few more minutes. to
or
go.
you can taste it.
Yeah.
So
Of
it
course.
needs to be more
And
like
if the grain
soft.
is still a little bit
Yeah, the
hard,
grain.
then yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're like me, you don't like to taste,
But
you just wait until it's ready. You will see that it's still a little sticky.
But you don't need to add more water if it's like too grainy. Or...
Usually I would say it happens to me actually in Thanksgiving. I thought I put it in low and I kept it medium and it was kind of like not burning but kind of like drying. And usually this is a secret that we do. I don't know if you guys do it too. But if it smells kind of like a little burn, you just put a piece of bread on top.
Bread?
Yeah, you just put a little bit of water, put a piece of bread, and then cover up. And then the bread will take all the kind of like the burning smell.
Really?
Yes, because it happened to me. I was working with the other ingredients and other meals, and I just thought I really put it down, and it was still in like 4 and 6. And I was smelling it a little bit like burn, and I'm like, what is that smell? And it was because I forgot to go all the way down.
So you did only with the rice? Because sometimes I burn
Yeah,
rice,
no, it's just with the rice. But it has to be, if it's burned, you will know it's burned, but it's still kind of like,
almost burned.
yeah, it was kind of drying, and then if it dries too much, then it's not gonna be soft. So I just put a little bit of water, and then the bread, and then, yeah. And then I asked my brother, I was like, how's the rice? And he's like, it's good. I was like, he didn't notice. It was almost about to burn. It was almost there, yeah. Because I was just like cooking, putting the turkey on the oven, and then I was like, oh, it smells
The turkey, did you do it with sofritos?
No, I actually do not do it. I do have a different recipe, and I can always share it, but it's more of like garlic, adobo, and oregano, and I do like a little paste with butter, and that's what I put. But some people will do turkey.
Really?
Yeah, they will put just a little bit just to season it. I just don't do it. But yeah, I mean, probably try it.
Why don't you put the sofrito?
Because that's my mom's recipe.
Okay.
That's the way she do it, and I keep doing it. But we do have pernil, which is pork. We definitely do sofrito there.
Okay.
Yes, so I think it's just because it's also like a strong meat compared to like turkey and chicken that is more easy to be seasoned. When it comes to pork, we just want to make sure it's very seasoned so it doesn't it like tastes like raw. So we just like to like make little holes with a knife and then just put some sofrito on those holes so it takes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
How was the turkey?
It was great. It was great. And one thing is like the previous year we would just do oil instead of butter. I did butter this year and it was soft because I was like, I'm just gonna try something different.
Do you marinate it like in advance?
The night before.
At night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So it just
That sounds amazing.
yeah.
I don't know. It smells good, tastes good. I guess it's gonna taste even better in a
Yeah.
couple of minutes.
Yeah.
But even now, amazing.
Thank you.
I don't want it to burn.
No, it's like no. But let me see.
Do we have any comment? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. And this one it's loose and I do have my plate somewhere here.
You think it's ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is it's loose. Compare.
So good. Oh wow. So should we put it there as well?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So we are gonna just show it to the camera. Here is it good here?
Lift it up a little bit
A little bit.
and then angle it towards the camera. There you go. That's great. Yep, we're good.
Okay. Chris, do you want to taste it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you sure? I'm joking.
Yeah.
So come over.
And I want to taste it too. A little hot.
Oh, she's gonna taste it. Yay. Yay.
Because I need to make sure.
Yes. How is my dish? Sorry, I'm joking.
Good.
Yes. What do you think?
I don't know what I could compare it to.
To Leslie's dish, maybe?
A little bit.
Yeah, right. I tell you.
But the meat in it.
The meat?
It like the texture of the meat, the way the meat actually crunches down.
Yeah.
So good.
It's, I don't know, like marshmallows. Whenever you like heat them up on
They're
whatever,
crispy
and then
out
and then you push down and they like crunch up. It does a similar kind of texture like
Yeah.
that.
And I love the texture because the ham, it will be like that. The pork belly, a little soft. And then it just gives you like the green from the green pecan. So it's just like a little bit of mix too.
Yeah, it's very
So good.
light, but it has like, especially with the meat doing that, like the texture. It's like it is that crunchy but soft kind of contrast. But yeah, that's cool.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Crispy, right?
Yeah,
Like kind of
yeah,
crispy.
Yeah, crispy, but also soft, and then it's like light flavors. But then the saltiness of the meat comes through like at the end.
Yes. That's why I like that ham specific because it's like salty, a little bit sweet. And when you cook everything with the other ingredients, it's just like, yeah.
So I think we are done for today. Yeah, we are past 6 already. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so recipe in the Bite Up. Wow, we're gonna have Christmas really soon and
Yes.
holidays, Hanukkah. Well, happy holidays for everyone, the new year. Thank you for joining us and hope to see you in the next live. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
This was amazing and it was just great for me to share something about a piece of me with all of you. So
And I'm gonna eat this
Yes.
whole, I guess, now because it's really good and I'm so hungry. So thank you, everyone. Bye.